Today for dinner we're making Veracruz style shrimp and vegetables with farro. This is what it looks like. I should do an unboxing. Unfortunately I didn't, but this is how they pack their ingredients. In a bag called Knickknacks. This is what you'll find what you're making. Veracruz style shrimp and vegetables. Of course, a red onion, 4 ounces of tomatoes, and 4 ounces of sweet peppers. It tells you what it comes here. Besides the bag, this is how I know what ingredients I needed to use. Everything's out the bag versus HelloFresh where they pack everything in a brown bag. And this dish is a 25 to 35 minute and it serves 2 people. It says that this Blue Apron has this wine program for $10 extra, and it will tell you what it's paired with. Okay, and in the back is the instructions on how to cook all of this. So let's. Unfortunately, I don't have cutting boards or nice knives yet to stay on and talk to y'all while I cook. Therefore, it has to be in bits and pieces of videos and pictures until I invest in these utensils, because my cutting board is a plate and it makes this knack noise that I really hate. So stay tuned. First step first is to cook the farro. So we fill up a medium pot for 3/4 of the way and add the farro. Add a pinch of salt. We have to let the water boil first and then add the farro and let it cook for 18 to 20 minutes. Let's see where the farro will be at. This is the bag it came with. This is the farro seeds right here. Okay, after we boil the water and let this cook for 20 minutes, we were supposed to prepare the ingredients. We wash and dry the products, take off the stems of the sweet potatoes, remove the cores, half the peppers lengthwise, then thinly slice crosswise. So they're supposed to look like this. The onions as well. The tomatoes cut in half. Okay, we'll see what happens. So I don't have a zester, and it's asking us to zest 1 teaspoon of this lemon. And for those who don't have any zesters, I need to invest in one. It's always good to use small side as a zester. So it's gonna want us to zest 1 teaspoon. Okay. We just zested 1 teaspoon of lemon. For the prep, I cut the peppers and onion thinly sliced. The peppers like this, and half the tomatoes. The farro is still cooking. It has 14 minutes to go, and I'm still not done with prepping the veggies yet. So it's time to cook the ingredients. I already finished slicing up the jalapenos roughly, zesting the lemon and cutting them in quarters. The farro only has 10 minutes to go, and it's asking me to pat dry the shrimp. After I pat dry it, I can remove the tails if I want to. Put in a large pan. 2 teaspoons of olive oil. And then it's gonna ask me to add the sliced sweet peppers, onions, season with salt and pepper, cooking, stirring for stirring for 3 to 4 minutes. And this is where I'm gonna go in with the tomatoes, the oregano, the raisins, and the capers. This is the capers. I've never had capers before. I don't even know what it is. And golden raisins. I'm not brand new to having raisins in my food, as in Thanksgiving we cook a stuffing made out of raisins and beef and other yummy things. And then as much as the jalapeno peppers, which I'm going to add all of them because this is not spicy to me any longer. And season with salt and pepper. We'll see how that goes. So I added the capers, the golden raisins, the tomatoes, oregano, sliced jalapeno, and they want us to mix it and squish the tomatoes with the back of the fork for 3 to 4 minutes. And that's how that looks like right now. We added the shrimp and we're supposed to cover it up with aluminum foil. Cook it for 3 minutes. Uncover it, cook it for another 3 minutes, and add the juice of 2 lemon wedges in here. With the zested lemon, we just added to the Farro, mix with salt, pepper. Voila, dinner served. For the Farro, all I did was add 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Even the recipe calls for olive oil. And that's all. Time for the taste test.